Well, hello. Hey. It's good to see you all. Some of you I know, and some of you I have never met, and I'm so excited that you are here. Hi. I missed you last week. It's so good to see you. Oh, and the unicorn that came. It's fantastic. Did any of you pay attention to whose words we listened to at the beginning of the service, and then we all just spoke aloud? Do you remember the name?
Martin Luther King.
Is the mic on? Let's try that one more time.
Martin Luther King.
Yes. And do you know much about what Martin Luther King, like what he did as a job?
Was he like a pastor or a preacher or something?
Yes. Yes, good job. Good job. Anything else that you know?
He fought his rights.
Yeah, he fought for rights. Exactly. So one of my absolute favorite people on the internet is Kid President. And Kid President is really young adult president now. But listen, Shane, he's still Kid President in my heart. And I think that what he says about Dr. King is really important, so I wanted to share it with you. So we're going to watch on the TVs here, but I want you to listen for what he says about love, okay? Because we're going to talk about what he says about love. So if you're here, you're going to want to get so you can see it, okay? So let's watch it, Micah.
Once upon a time, there's a man named Martin Luther King Jr. It's funny to think about because now we know his name so well, but at one time he was just a kid. Like maybe you're a kid watching this. Well, he was a kid too. Well, maybe you're a grown-up. That's okay too. Former kids are welcome here. I don't discriminate. Martin Luther King grew up to be a great man, of course, but things weren't all that great in the world while he was growing up. Not everybody was treated like they were somebody. And I believe that you should treat everybody like it's their birthday. But they didn't do that. People looked at the color of their skin. And that's how they decided if they were friends or not. Not cool, man. That didn't make him feel good. That didn't make anybody feel good. But his parents helped him grow up. He went to church. He learned about love. He grew up to be a minister to help a lot of people. He did all sorts of cool stuff. He helped a lot of people learn about love too. But still he looked around and said, things should be better. He wanted to change things, so he did stuff. He decided, instead of spreading the hate, he would spread the love. He wanted to bring people together. Where people were hurting, he stepped in to help. He marched with them, he walked with them. He walked arm in arm with everyone. And sometimes it didn't go well, but he kept going. Sometimes he ended up in prison, but he kept going. Some people didn't like him, but he kept going. Some days were hard, but he kept going. Love does that, it just keeps going, even when things are dark. And, well, I don't like this part of the story, but things did get pretty dark. Someone who didn't agree with him shot him. He died in April 1968. Now, Kid President, why are you telling us this sad story? Come on. I know, I'm sorry, but it happened. I don't like that happened. Now, I gotta tell you something. When things aren't awesome, it can be tough. And things won't always be awesome, but your response can be. Martin Luther King's response? It was awesome. Today I just wanted us to think about this. Isn't it cool that we can change things? Like any of us, anybody. He dreamed and he changed things. And he dreamed and he kept sharing his dreams. They became not just his dream, a lot of people's dream. Like this one. I have a dream that little black boys and black girls will join hands with white boys and white girls and become sisters and brothers. That's a pretty good dream. Let's dream like that. That could change things.
President. I know. Isn't it so fantastic? Yes. So, what did you hear about love? Love keeps going. Thank you. Even when things get dark and hard. Have you ever felt like things get dark and hard? Yeah? Have you felt like that before? Yeah. Yeah. And does it make you feel like getting up and getting excited? No. Some days we just want to put the covers back over and say, no. Like when it's freezing cold outside and everyone's like, let's go to church. Right? But I have to tell you, whether you're here or you're at home, it is so important that we keep connecting to our community, because so much of what Dr. King was teaching us is that it takes all of us to keep going. Yeah, Will?
Even though when it's dark, you keep going.
Even when it's dark, you keep going. And does it feel better when you're in the dark to have people with you? Yes, 100%, right? When you're in the dark by yourself, it can feel really, really lonely. And when I look at all of you, I'm telling you, it makes me want to keep going. And did you know that of all the people in this whole building or watching at home, I think your dreams are the most important? Did you know that? You all have dreams that are more amazing than what I could ever imagine. And it's really important for us to hear what your dreams are. And even the things that make you scared. Because we really need to hear from you. Because if we don't, our imaginations, they're a little pathetic. You know what the word pathetic means? What? Sorry, I'm not good at rolling the microphone. What do you think pathetic means?
Dear God.
Yeah, maybe not so great. Okay, because sometimes adults, we lose our imaginations. Or we get really exhausted by how things are, and so we don't think that people can change or that people's hearts can get bigger. And the thing is, I know about you all come with the biggest hearts and such great imaginations that we need that. We need to hear. I love that someone came with fairy wings to church, right? That shows us, listen, sometimes you feel like fairy wings. Guess what I felt like this morning? Glitter on my eyes, right? We all need to think about the things that make our heart sing and to share that with each other. And what Dr. King was really teaching us is everybody's heart needs to be able to sing. And it doesn't matter if we're all singing the same song, because all of our voices matter. So what I'm going to encourage us to do, and you might have to move, but that's what community does. We move, we figure it out. I want you to know what it feels like to be arm in arm with someone. Because when Dr. King marched, it really was powerful because people were arm in arm. They weren't just sitting next to each other, and they weren't even just holding hands. They were arm in arm. So I would like everyone to at least get with a couple people and be arm in arm. So all of us, yeah, why don't we stand up? And we'll get arm in arm and we'll say a prayer together. Yeah, oh yeah, everyone's doing it. I thought that was assumed. Adults, yes, arm in arm, please, all the things, yes, arm in arm. Yep. Yep. And I want you to notice, see? Listen, even when you're arm in arm, you might need to scoot closer because everybody's arms are not the same length. Okay? But I also want you to recognize all of a sudden we're closer. Okay? We don't even maybe know the person that we're arm in arm with, but now we're physically closer. So just take a minute and look each other in the eye. Let us pray together. Repeat after me. Dear God, we thank you for Dr. King, for the reminders that love keeps going. Help us to honor one another's dreams. Help us to listen to the youngest of these. We thank you for your love. We thank you for the arms that are holding us. Help us march forward together. And everybody said, Amen. Okay. Thanks, y'all.